secret layer. Hey, welcome to a new video. Today I have something really special for you guys. This is another thing I've been trying to do for so long, and that's basically get one of the most well-known supercar, hypercar teams here in Tokyo, Team Anija, to come out with us, do some driving, and kind of show us how they enjoy performance cars, supercars, hypercars, and you'll see they've brought out some amazing cars for us to shoot today. We have a really interesting plan. So we've met here at Ooi parking area along the Wangan. We are right on the Wangan, and we're going to be heading to Daikoku parking area as a first stop, and then we're going to be coming all the way back to Tatsumi parking area, kind of like showing you all of the cars that have shown up today. We have a big group, so many Lamborghinis of different vintages. You can see already the lineup is pretty insane. And then we're gonna head to their headquarters and sit down with the president of the company, or rather the team, and have a chat to him, you know, understand where Anija comes from, what they have, you know, set up, how they enjoy cars, and what they like to do on their days off. So without further ado, I'm gonna start looking at all the cars that have shown up today and just enjoy this very unique way, this very Japanese way of enjoying supercars. So we have a massive number of Lamborghinis today, starting off with this sick wide-bodied Diablo here. You can see it's got over fenders on the back, sitting on massive shiny Forgiato wheels, graphics. You got the Anija graphic on the side, big modern brakes, carbon fiber everywhere, and of course lots of Swarovski everywhere. Something we've been seeing for so many years in Japan with the whole Lambo guys, and some people really do take this to new extremes. Just look at this, the cabin is literally encrusted throughout. Very different ways of enjoying cars in Japan, and you know, I'm trying to show you guys everything. I want to show how the car culture is approached differently by different groups and how they kind of do things. There's another Aventador arriving down here, black on gold. Oh my god, look at this combination, absolutely beautiful. Wow, that is sinister right there. Look at that. Right, where were we? So yeah, McLaren 720, another Aventador. This thing is running, forged carbon details all over. And you know, I have to say, I think Japan is probably one of the biggest markets for Lamborghini. I think per capita they have so many Aventadors here in Japan. We see so many when we go out shooting at events and meets, and today we get to take a closer look.
チームアニジャのアニジャです。代表をやってます。はっきりとした日にちはないんだけど、だいたい20年ぐらい前に、スーパーカーを好きな人たちを集めてみんなでこうツーリングしようというところから始まったんですけどね。みんなメンバーは関東から。そうですね。いや日本全国いるんですけどね。
Alright, short interruption here. I just wanted to remind you guys, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It really does help us so much. And you know, we always check out the stats. Over 70% of people that check out to see our content aren't subscribed. And if you just hit it with a like button, really helps us be suggested, and you know, at the end, help us bring more content from Japan. So, you know, help us along and you'll get more stuff like this. Right, lineup continues here with two Murcielagos. Again, look at the color coordination on the brake calipers and the interior. A little bit of Swarovski in this one too. And of course, every single car here has a custom exhaust that just screams. So on the way to Daikoku PA, we're gonna tried to concentrate and just get as many sounds, you know, V12s screaming. We do have other cars here, of course, that don't have V12s. Here, by the way, is another Murcielago, matte gray and black wrap. Another interesting exhaust setup here. Almost look like bike mufflers. Right behind it, another Aventador. Again, lots forged carbon bits and pieces, right down to the skirts. And of course, if you have a Lamborghini in Japan, you gotta have a spoiler. Right behind it is the President's Diablo SV, beautiful white car. Again, like a lot of cars here on Forgiato wheels, they do embrace the kind of show car look. Gigantic wing sprouting out of the rear bumper here. Custom exhaust and ridiculously quiet. It must be with the valves closed, because I'm sure when they open the valves on this thing, it's gonna scream. A 997 turbo cab, another Team Anija car. We're still waiting for a few more cars to arrive, and let's go on this side here and see what we have. And while I say that, yet another Aventador is rolling in. What a lineup. A massive thank you to these guys for arranging this today, taking the time out of their Sunday to do this with us. And oh, this black Aventador. We have a Lamborghini Gallardo, another Diablo. Got a VT here with a crazy exhaust setup, roadster to boot, and yes, it's a manual. Beautiful car, red interior on this. God, this just doesn't get better than this. With a 360 Spider. I'll have to check with these guys and see if they're all here, and we can start heading out to Daikoku parking area for the first leg of our interesting Sunday cruise. This is gonna be pretty crazy. So the guys here at Anija have told me that this black Aventador is probably the loudest car in the group. It's got a crazy exhaust setup here. They're like a kind of machine sleeve over the two exhaust outlets. The JDM approach to owning Lamborghinis, and I just noticed that this Murcielago is a manual. I don't know what these cars are worth today, but a manual Murcielago must be well over $1 million.
ぱりね一番最初はねディアブロとかムルシエラゴとかその辺が多かったですね。最近はアベンタドールがやっぱり多いかな。だね今はね。はい。やっぱりマフラーとかねああいうのもすごく魅力があるんで、やっぱりそちらがやっぱり好きになっちゃうのかなと思うけどね。
あとチューニングスタイルはみんな同じみたいのなんか。
そうですね。うん。
アニジャの。
アニジャのそうですねエアロがあるんだけどね。
ランボルギーニと。
はい。ディアブロムルシエラゴアベンダドールっていうのは大体もうアニジャの形っていうのがあって、その形で乗ってもらうようにはしてます。はい。でアルミホイルは毎回私のオリジナルでいろんなのを作ってで履いてもらってるという形ですから。ホイールはそうなんですよ。自分がデザインして一台一台一緒じゃないようにとりあえずは作ってますけどね。うん、い
つもツーリングはどこ行きますか？
ツーリングはもうバラバラ、もう関東ずっと行ったり九州も行くし関西も行くし、私の方が結構遠くに行くんで、あんまり近くだけっていうのは限定してないですね。はい、今何人いる？今うちで活動してるのは大体70名ぐらい、70台ぐらいいますかね。ですから今昔から売った車とかを、計算すると400台ぐらいあるかなと思いますね。はい、計算すると問題。そうですね、確かにねうるさいからね。先ほどからファンの子にも聞かれたんだけど、やっぱりアベンダドールのなんか作った時のエンジンのねスペックも良くないですよね。だどうしてもやっぱりこうアクセル踏みたくなっちゃう風になるのかなと思うんだけど、音がねあんだけ出ちゃうとね。ですからやっぱりディアブロとかなんていうのは昔のエンジンなんであそこまでこう吹き上がらないから、やっぱりすごくこうなんですかな、吹かしたとしても耳障りじゃないんだけど、アベンダドールはちょっとうるさすぎですよね。と思いますね。
なんか新しいランボルギーニ今出たレッドとテメラリオも、
そうですね。
オーナーさんもみんな買うかな。
そうですね、確かにね。やっぱりなんですかね、新型だっていうだけでやっぱり買うようにはなっちゃうんだけど、どうなんですかね。やっぱり市販車普通に売ってる車で1000馬力っていうのはちょっと普通の人は無理なんじゃないかなと思うんだけどね。
So we've arrived at Daikoku and literally took it over. What a drive that was. It's full house this morning, well actually afternoon. And I think we gotta struggle a little bit to find a place to put all these Lamborghinis and other cars that have shown up with us today. This is definitely one way to take over Daikoku. True craziness. Let's go to the top here as the rest of the crew tries to find a few spots that are left. This Diablo is just something else. Absolutely wild. Looks so good out on the road as well. Just listen to that. Talk about taking over Daikoku. Now this is an epic Sunday. We got one of the Murciélagos parked, the 360, 720, the wide body Diablo, the other Aventador. I'll have to go find where the black one went. That thing was absolutely insanely loud. I don't think I've heard a louder Aventador. It's got some interesting exhaust system we'll have to talk about and ask where that's from. But it was spitting flames like crazy in the tunnel. Wow. The Roadster is parked up next to the other Murciélago. Like I said, it's a pretty full day today here at Daikoku. And the crazy GT3 inspired Gallardo. This thing is loud in a very different way from the V12s. That V10 screams like hell. I found the black Aventador. So yeah, the exhaust is a voltage. I think we had flames probably about 4 feet out. Absolutely incredible. Gallardo parking up. Man, it's crazy. And as I look around, I spot so many interesting cars here today. Of course, Sunday is a massive day at Daikoku. And first thing I noticed is that little City Turbo 2. That's crazy, you don't see too many of these around. I wonder if there's a Motocompo in the back. Right, so we are basically gonna chill here for a little bit, take a little bit more of a closer look at the rest of the cars in more detail. And then we have a long drive back towards Tatsumi as we make our way to the Anija headquarters in Adachi. It's gonna be an even more epic drive back, I think. Beautiful Z from Watanabe's. The automotive cocktail is real. And seeing this Diablo Roadster in the rearview mirror coming up right behind us, it kind of looked like a scene out of Outrun. If you know what I'm talking about, you can visualize that. In the meantime, even more cars are arriving. We got another black Aventador and SV. So much gold detailing on this. We're gonna have another crazy Lambo join the cruise over to Tatsumi. John Player special livery on this. And yet another S30 240Z long nose. All right, looks like we have another addition here. Murcielago Roadster, kind of like a purple pink. Pretty sick. Definitely attracting all the attention. All right, so that's what the Diablo sounds like with the valves open. So we are ready to go. We're gonna jump back in the car and hopefully we don't attract too much attention. Alright, so we made it to Tatsumi parking area and we got lucky because all the truck spots are open here and we're gonna have an insane lineup of Team Anija, including this latest edition. We got a few more cars, a couple of Lambos, a couple of Ferraris. Look at this. Literally took over Daikoku and now we're taking over Tatsumi parking area. Man, what an insane drive it was over. It's just too bad there's so much traffic today being Sunday. But man, look at this. Top, but an old school Skyline as well. What an insane day this is turning out to be. And like I mentioned, we have one more stop after this. We're gonna actually check out their garage and have a chat to the president, find out more info about the club, what these guys get up to, what they're striving to do, and you know, how they enjoy supercars, hypercars, whatever they have. at this. This is absolutely insane. Wow. Man, this is just absolute craziness. What a turnout. Just look at this. Man, the good old days of Tatsumi are back when it comes to Sundays like this. What a lineup. Massive thank you to Team Anija, all the guys that came out to meet us today. Wow. This is another great example of Japanese car culture. Done a little bit different than to other countries, but you know, they're enjoying their cars in their own way, and that's what I want to try and show here on the channel. You know, what people do with cars here in Japan. Doesn't matter what type of car. I just want to show you guys how it's all enjoyed. And you know, it's important to kind of promote this stuff because I think this is what really makes Japan quite so special. All right, let's just do a little walk through here, through all the cars that have shown up today. Team Anija on point. Just every car is just so unique, so special, and oh my god, are they all so crazy loud. I think I'm gonna have to go to the ear doctor after today. In the meantime, more stuff arrives here at Tatsumi parking area. We got a couple more here. This lady-driven Murcielago Roadster was the latest addition at Daikoku parking area. And we end up with this number 63 Aventador.
私はね、やっぱりディアブロとゾンダかなと思うんだけど、そうですね、確かにね。やっぱりね、自分のこうカスタマイズをしてきた中で一番良かった車はゾンダですかね。で、乗って面白いのはディアブロですね。ディアブロが一番面白いです。なんていうのかな、なんかね、自分でねコントロールしてるっていう感じがします。そう。やっぱアベンタドールとかってフェラーリもそうだけど、やっぱりギア入れてポンポンポンポンっていう感じじゃなくて、こう自分で入れてるよっていう感じがすごくいいですね。そうですね。でね、今週にツーリングに行こうかと思って気持ちを決めていく。アベンタドールだとちょっとそこまでっていうのですぐエンジンかけていっちゃうとかっていうのが違うかなと思うんだけど。はい、そうですね。やっぱりね、50もいいんですけど、ちょっと50高額になりすぎちゃって今乗れないじゃないですか。うちも置いてあるんだけど、やっぱりね、普通に乗ってっていうと、40は高いですけど、やっぱりね、40のねターボエンジンは面白いですね。すいません、どうもありがとうございました。そうですね。また何か機会があったらね、一緒に走りましょう。はい、すいません、ありがとうございました。
So to end the day, we have come here to the Anija showroom, the headquarters of the team, and it's a really sick setup they have here. Nice showroom, lots of space inside and outside. And we are definitely gonna kind of figure out what these guys are all about. And in the meantime, take a look at their setup. Some of the cars are parking up front. And we're gonna head inside and check everything out. All right, the boss has parked his Diablo in here, and there's a few nice toys lying around. A couple of rollers, another Aventador. Now this is a sick headquarter. Just look at the fitment on this Ghost. 22-inch rims, pretty tight there. Very aggressive offset. Figures that even the daily would be sitting on some aftermarket wheels. Little detail here of the other Rolls-Royce. Just the spirit of ecstasy here. I don't know if you can see it, let me zoom in. But just this costs 20 million yen, 2,200 diamonds and white gold. This is balling on another level. All right, there's a little separate room here to the headquarters. Kind of like a sofa chill-out area, dressed up in the right sort of goodies. Like a Swarovski chandelier, and look at the size of this fish tank. There's even a little turtle swimming around. Crazy. And of course, the Anija logo right there on the bottom. Just love the decor. So we actually got the okay to film one of their warehouses, and it's filled with awesomeness, including a very famous F50 that we've seen at Daikoku a few times. I've shot this car before there years back, especially during the New Year meet. Really cool to see it again. Wow, this place is just jam-packed full of awesomeness. 964 being driven in now. But this is what we're here to see. All right, we're just gonna move the 600 LT out of the way because we want to have a good look at the F50. Rightly so, I would say. I mean, when you have this in front of you, you gotta get a proper look. So then I'm gonna move this forward a little bit, and then we have, oh, it's crazy. And he's got his own Team Anija front spoiler. Shout out to C-Tech, best chargers out there. I actually use these on my cars as well. But wow, what a crazy thing. What an insane thing. And of course, nothing is ever stock in Japan. Lots of added aero touches. Take a look at the cabin. Wow. And the awesomeness continues here. There's an SV Diablo. Super fast here, Huracan Spider, and just more awesomeness. I'll take a quick look at the inside of the SV. You can see the Swarovski treatment that we've seen across so many cars here of the team. All right, we're gonna have a proper look at the engine as well. And just like all the cars in the team, everybody runs quantum dampers. Some have the Roberta air cups. And of course, as you can imagine, custom exhausts to make these engines really scream. And there's even like LEDs all across the engine bay here for added illumination. Oh man, always special to be in the presence of automotive perfection. This place is just incredible. The secret layer. I'm not showing you what the building looks like from the outside for privacy reasons, but man, so grateful that they allowed me to shoot all of this today. Just mind-blowing. We're in the downstairs area here. Little GR Yaris sitting in the corner. There's a bunch of like storage here. Over here we have the Diablo that was out with us today and the Murcielago. And hiding back here is something really special. Range Rover SV and a Ferrari 360. Again, plugged in to the all important C-Tech charger to keep the battery alive. And if you look here, you'll spot that that is actually the front cowl to the F50 upstairs. And while we didn't get to see the Zonda, there's actually the roof box that was color matched to the Zonda up there. They used to run it on the roof. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to not only see the Zonda, but also the P1 that the team owner owns. It's gonna be absolutely wild. Check out the wheels on the Range Rover SV. Carbon clad and gigantic Brembo calipers. Got another arrival here in the storage. Undergoing everything. Man, these guys have the coolest setup I've ever seen in Japan. This is the way you do a club. Absolutely crazy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video with Team Anija. Such a cool day out with those guys. Really happy that they were able to put such a great group of cars together for us to kind of show you what they're all about, how they enjoy supercars. But I wanted to take this time to remind you that still, over 70% of people that check into Dino DC are not subscribed. It would really help us so much if you hit that subscribe button, hit the like. It just helps us, you know, stand out more, get suggested more, and just help us bring you more content from Japan. Along with that, you can check in dinodc.co for the merch. And of course, you can check out the posters on there. We do a lot of prints, always adding to the list of cool prints that we have. And of course, you can always support me on Patreon. So make sure you hit that subscribe and check out all our external channels and help us bring you more content like this from Japan in the future. Thank you for checking in, and make sure you check back soon for more.